this video is going to be a pain in the ass to explain, but have you ever looked at like the side of a PlayStation game and you see this weird code that's sometimes different, sometimes isn't? Well, I'm going to tell you what those mean, and also look at some other codes as well on other consoles. So let's get started. So PlayStation 1 and 2 use the same one, which I don't actually know what the S stands for, probably like standard or something, or simple, but I don't really know. But you can see a SCUS, SLUS, and something that you want to know is that every game that starts with SC usually has the Sony logo on it somewhere. And this goes for all the Sony consoles except for I think 4. We look at Parappa 2 here. SC, and as you can see, Sony logo. Little Big Planet here. UC and PlayStation logo. While every game that does not have a single Sony logo on it has an L instead of a C, and that L pretty much stands for third party. So Grand Theft Auto, no Sony logo in sight, so that's an L game, an SL. Now the last two letters is pretty much the region, which I can show here with my copy Burnout Paradise, which is a European copy, with it saying ES, standing for Europe, while the game underneath it, All-Star Battle Royale, is a US, because it's a US copy. So that S is for PlayStation PS2 games, and PSP has a different one, that being U for UMD, and Blu-ray, B for Blu-ray, for PlayStation 3. So yeah, that's all the PlayStation consoles, the easiest ones to understand. Now, one that's still pretty simple is GameCube, but it's also a little bit more difficult. Now first we're going to look at the US games, because how the Japanese games do it is that code that's printed on the front is also the code that you can find on the disc, but not the back of the case. So on the front of the case, these don't make too much sense. There's like a P and shit. While if we look on the disc, there is no P. So we're actually just going to completely skip those, as I don't know what they really stand for. But so you have DL, which, if I'm not wrong, pretty much every GameCube game has a DL as the first few letters. We have Namco Museum 50th Anniversary, which is pretty sure a pretty small disc. Yeah, DL. So yeah, we got that covered. While the Japanese games here don't have a DL, they have a GS. What does that mean? I don't know. Game system? But pretty much. So we're looking at Luigi's Mansion, and we'll have Luigi's Mansion, the Japanese Luigi's Mansion, just to make easy comparisons here, so we can figure these out a lot easier. So here we go. So, as you can see here, DL, and DL, while the case says GS. So, if I'm taking a guess, I legitimately don't know. Unless that's a Pikmin exclusive. Unless that's exclusive to Pikmin 2. Yeah, no, the disc says DL. Right? Yeah, so I don't really know what the GS stands for. But, so here's the Luigi's Mansions. That DOL stands for Dolphin, which is the code name for the GameCube. You can usually find that on Wii games too, with RVL, and every game starts with that. Every game also starts with a G. That G probably just means game. And I mean every game. I checked every GameCube game I own. They all start with G. See here with Pikmin, G. Mario Kart Double Dash, G, and of course the third-party game over here, Pac-Man, G. So yeah, they all start with G, and that G probably stands for game. Now, Luigi's Mansion share a lot of similarities. As you can see, those second two letters is what game they are. So LM is Luigi's Mansion. For Pikmin 2, it's a PV. Don't know what the V stands for. Let's go look at Mario Kart Double Dash. Mario Kart Double Dash has a M4. That M standing for Mario. Pretty sure. And these things you can also find on the back right here. It's usually the last ones. Yeah, Namco Museum has 5N, so 50th Namco. And we'll also, there's also some that are really confusing, like SpongeBob Movie here has a GV. What does that GV stand for? I have no goddamn clue. But yeah, so, and then after that is the language of the game. So every US game should have an E, while the Japanese game has a J for Japan. And with the disc, it also says what region it is. So US, Japan, and sometimes there's a little extra stuff like 01. I don't really know what that extra stuff stands for. I also don't know if like Mario Kart has it. Yeah, Mario Kart doesn't have it. So maybe that 01 is like a revision number. If I had to take a wild shot in the dark. So maybe, because this copy of Luigi's Mansion is a second print copy of Luigi's Mansion. So I think that is a revision number. Let's see with Pikmin 2 here. Yeah, no, it doesn't have it. So yeah. So that's GameCube. GameCube was fairly simple to understand. I think Wii is where it starts to get a little confusing. So let's try and explain Wii. So I have Mario Galaxy here, and let's also grab a random third-party game. Just Dance. There. So looking on the back, our code's right here. RVL. And as you can see with this one, RVL as well. Now, this one's also missing a lot of information. Like the information here. And this USZ isn't there either. And looking on the disc, it doesn't say anything. It does clearly announce that it is a disc though, which is kind. And let's also grab another game. Let's do Mario Kart Wii. C, USZ. Now let's grab a third-party game. No USZ. So if I had to take a wild guess on what that USZ means, it probably means first party. Because none of my third-party games have it. But the first-party games also don't have it. What the? Nope. Yeah, no. First-party games also have it. USZ. So I don't really know. But yeah, so let's start going down the list. RVL is Revolution, or the Wii's code name. P, that P is interchangeable. Not all of these have a P, as you can see with Wii Fit here. Does not have a P. What does that P stand for? I don't know. And then R, again, Revolution. And then you have the game. So MG is Mario Galaxy. MC is Mario Kart. There's probably another game that already took MK. JD, Just Dance. FN, Fitness. And of course, you have your E as well, which means English. I don't have any imported Wii games, so but it should be pretty but I should say that like it's pretty obvious that you know, J, E, Europe, Japan, you know. Now we have Wii U, which has them at the bottom. Now, here's the problem with Wii U. I only have first-party Wii U games. I do not have a single third-party one. So this one's going to be a little bit more difficult. But yeah. So, of course, we have the number of the console. And also, let's check the disc, see if the disc has the code on it. Yes, it does. Right there. So, yeah. So, with Wii U games, you have WUP, which Wii U, I don't know what the P stands for. Then another P, which I don't know if all of them have that P. Let's check a more later game. Mario Maker. Mario Maker has a Q. I honestly don't fucking know what that P or Q means. And then you have, you know, the next letter, which is A, which, if I'm not wrong, all of them should share that A. They do. Now, these are a lot more, you know, crazy. So, you have C3 for Pikmin 3. RD for Mario 3D World. So, yeah, I don't really know what those stand for. And, of course, E for English and USZ for first party, pretty much. Now, let's move on to the Switch. Now, does the Switch have these? Because that's a real good question. I do have a first-party and third-party Switch game to look at. Right here. So, yeah, we have the cartridge, which does have the code on it. And if I had to take a wild guess, the code's also on the back. Nope. Okay, so... yeah, there is no code on the back, so there's like other information on the back, though. Okay, let's look at another game. Yeah, it's just other information on the back. So let's open it up so we can look at the cartridges, because the cartridges are what have the code. So let's look at these, and you can see an LA, which was not the code name for the Switch. So I don't exactly know what that LA stands for, but it's probably some other information. There's probably a reason why they couldn't call like the whatever the code name was, NX. And then in. Wait, is that an N? No, that's an H. Again, don't know what that means. And then you have the code for the game, which they kind of just stopped like making them special. So every game, I'm sure, starts with an A, and then it just random numbers or letters, and then ends with an A. Of course, that ends with an A is probably America, which doesn't make any sense because this is a Canadian copy of Pikmin 4, and USA. I don't exactly know what the ones for the Switch mean. Now, I tried my absolute best to find one on Xbox. I have no clue where the hell they're at. So looking at Xbox, I don't have any first-party original Xbox games, but like looking at the disc, you know, there is no code on the disc anywhere from what I could see. And the back doesn't have it either. And same goes for 360. I couldn't find a code on there either. So I'm just thinking they don't have codes. I think they use something else. And from that's pretty much all the game codes. I'm not going to look at those because it's all pretty much the same. And I'm sure the Super Nintendo probably has them too. Right? Yes, they do. Super Nintendo has them. SNES, Super Nintendo System, 4M, which, let's look at this one here. Doesn't have it. Doesn't have it. Okay. That 4M probably stands for, because this is a, you know, re-release. Oh no, that's the code for the game. So yeah, this is Mario All-Stars for Mario. Mario World here. MW, Mario World. Mario Kart. MK, Mario Kart. Tetris Tech has a longer one. God knows what that one stands for. And US for USA. Now, what about NES? What about NES? Does NES have one? No. NES does not fucking have one. Which, good. Good, I don't want to have to, well, it kind of does, but, yeah, no, the NES does not have one. But yeah, I'm sure the DS and 3DS definitely has one, but I'm sure the DS has one too. Now, we aren't done. We're never done. Because we also have Philips CDI games. Just kidding. I'm not doing CDI or 3DO. I can't compare it with anything. But yeah, I just thought about looking at these damn codes just because I could. Now, what about PS5? I don't think PS5 uses codes. But it might. Does the PS5 use fucking codes and shit? Holy fuck, it does. PS5 kind of uses codes. Right there. There's the code. PPSA. But the thing with these is like, why are we looking at the codes on PS5 games, you know? I think these are also comparable to like the number codes that you can find on fucking all of these. So yeah, I don't think the PS5 has a real code that you can really look at. And of course we also have Xbox One, which I also don't think have real codes on them. But again, Xbox doesn't really have codes on their games. I don't know, it kind of does. Wait, hold on. Dynamic codes? Let's see Red Dead. Real fast. Okay, I think Red Dead was an incorrect choice for this. I think Xbox One might actually have codes. But I just need to find a game that has them. There we go, Saints Row the Third. So yeah, they have codes and they can be found on fucking everywhere. So anywhere on the disc. So get out of the way. We gotta look at the Xbox One codes. So on Xbox One, here's Walking Dead Collection. Here's Saints Row 3. Now, are they? Can you understand them? Not really, but the Walking Dead one's kind of interesting because it has a TWDC, which is the Walking Dead Collection. Now, here's the thing about Xbox One. You can actually find these codes on the damn console itself. If you, like, go out and, like, enter a game. I think it's manage game and add-ons. And then file info. There you go. And Xbox games do use these. But it's typically the full name. And you should be pretty familiar with these if you do any fucking around with Minecraft. So here's Roblox, which just says Roblox. What's cool is that they can just have a long ass name. All this other shit doesn't matter. And I think also with this we can see the codes for 360 games as well. Yeah, there we go. Full name Gears of War. I don't really know what most of this means, but yeah, that full name is pretty much just like the same as like the codes. because like it actually lays it out, all the information out for you. So we can do another game, N++. There we go, NPP for N++. Do I have any more games we could look at? Halo Master Chief Collection. There you go. ACE America. Yeah, Xbox One Gen 9, which is kind of interesting to see. Yeah, we could look at the one for Human Fall Flat real fast. Yeah, some of them do start with the company name. Minecraft does it. I don't think I have Minecraft installed. Yeah, we can also see like a Chinese game as well since I have this. There you go. It's all fucking... You can't look at anything really. If we go to full library, I think we can also do it with yeah, Xbox Series X games. But I don't... Yeah, this one isn't really too interesting. Do I have another Series X game? Grim Idol. I feel like Grim Idol might be able to tell us a little more. No. But also, I think it only counts if the game is actually installed, right? Yeah, it won't show you the full name unless the game's actually installed, and I obviously can't install these. Yeah, we can also see Mass Effect as well. There you go. Electronic Arts, DeLorean. Yeah, there isn't really much you can look at with Xbox games. But the fact this one even had a code, which makes me think that other... Let's look at the original Minecraft here. See if this one has a code on it. No, it does not. Actually, it doesn't even have fucking numbers on it either. It's probably on the back. It's on the back. Here it is. Here you go. That's an Xbox One code for you. X19. Let's see. Does Saints Row the Third have that? Fuck no. So yeah, I don't really understand all this. Rare Replay might be a really good example for one. X20. Do we have another? I do not have another published Xbox game. But yeah. Oh, I made a giant fucking mess. I'm gonna have to clean all this up. But yeah, that's Xbox codes. Oh, you know what? We can also do the same thing with apps. Where's the controller? We can also do the same thing with apps. So we can see the YouTube. Yeah, I don't... It's cool. It's just kind of cool. What about the Blu-ray player? Let's see the information on the Blu-ray player. Microsoft Blu-ray player. Family name, Microsoft Blu-ray player. That's so awesome. We can see the one for True Achievements. But yeah, there you go. That's game codes.